Hello everyone, if you are new here, my name is Brunel. If you are not new and you're returning, a special thank you. I hope that you are all well and very safe. So Zara has a new fragrance out celebrating love. Perfect for Valentine's if you want to buy it. It is called Love Explosion. Boom! It is a combination of two of their pre-existing fragrances, one of which is Red Temptation, which I did review if memory serves me right, which is sort of a dupe copy of, inspired by, whichever way you want to put it, by Baccarat Rouge. And then I've got another fragrance which is called, I think it's a Rose Gourmand, which I've never tried, so I have no idea what that one is like. Anyway, the packaging comes like this. So you have got this paper here which keeps it all together, and it's got the label there and tells you which fragrance it is. It says Love Explosion. It says the elegance and personality of Red Zara Temptation and Rose Gourmand special edition. It says it comes up like this, and then you open it this way. Now I've already taken the bottle out because it was a struggle to get the bottle out. I ended up breaking my nail in a bit where there's actually skin, and I've got to super glue it because it keeps catching on things, and if it rips I'm going to be in big trouble. So don't you just hate that? Anyway, this is the bottle. Nothing unusual there. You know, you've got the gold packaging there. You've got the bottle. Feels quite hefty and heavy, which is not bad. It is Eau de Parfum, and it is 80 ml at £22, I believe, or it might be £22 something, but definitely not more than £23. Eau de Parfum at that price, so great. Now, when I did review my Red Temptation, I remember it, but it wasn't bad. It was a nice fragrance, but I wasn't necessarily wowed by it. It wouldn't have been the first thing that I would reach for personally. So it was a nice fragrance. I couldn't find it so that I can compare the notes. Unfortunately, I think I've given it away. So yeah, I couldn't find it. But my favorite at the time was actually the dupe for YSL Libre. So good, so good if you haven't tried it. But going back to this one here, Love Explosion, it is, as I said, a combination of both. According to Zara, it says here, let's see if I can get information. It says Eau de Parfum, a limited edition fragrance that combines the captivating charm of Red Temptation with the elegance of Rose Gourmand, luxurious fusion of sparkling rose and attenuating vanilla, featuring notes of floral amber, flurry of gourmand. This fragrance comprises top notes of bergamot, bitter orange, and peony, or peony, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Peony, heart notes of rose, and praline and amber. I love amber. And base notes of moss, vanilla, and musk. So it is a nice combination, and it's lovely. Actually, it's a nice fragrance. But for me, I personally did not feel the explosion. Love Explosion, I was expecting a kind of in your face, this is love, celebrating, allowing the fragrance to sort of, project quite well, especially with a name like Love Explosion. I didn't find it that explosive. I just didn't, it kind of dwindled quite quickly. Within like an hour, it sort of disappeared, and it was just, I don't know, like hiding somewhere. You had to really literally, this is where it is, and this is how close my nose is for me to be able to smell it. And that's been what, 2.5, 3 hours since I sprayed it. And I just wasn't wowed. It's nice, but it's, for me, it's just a bit underwhelming. It didn't project that well. It is sweet, it is floral, it is very, very delicate, but it just wasn't giving the wow that the name, the kind of the name indicates. I personally think that the Red Temptation that I got to try actually lasted a bit longer and was a bit stronger than this. This one seems to be that they've put the two together and it's just gone beneath the radar. I don't know how else to explain it. I just wasn't that. But also we come to kind of having to do touch-ups or respraying it. I personally, for me, I would have to spray this probably every 3 hours or so for me to be able to actually still smell it. even at its strongest, it doesn't project that far. It very much remains very, very, very close. And you get kind of, if you were to move around, if you were to put it on your wrist and you were moving your hands around this close and so on, you would be obviously be able to smell it. But if they were further down, you just wouldn't. So that was like an hour into it, and then it just became weaker and weaker and weaker. If you were really, really close to you, bring it, you know, if you were to bring it close to your nose, fine. If not, then no. So for me, I personally, I wouldn't necessarily buy this because I just like stronger perfumes. Why? Because my body tends to prefer stronger fragrances. The lighter ones in general, they just don't work. But if you've got the kind of body that, you know, if your nose prefers much softer, more delicate fragrances, you don't want anything to project, you just want it to be all for you, and you don't want to necessarily advertise a fragrance that you're wearing, then this one might be for you. And you obviously, if you really enjoyed the Zara's Red Temptation, and you've tried also Zara's Rose Gourmand, and you think, okay, these two put together will be great, and those notes kind of do it for you, then why not give it a try? Price wise, it's not that expensive as such. I mean, you get a lot for 80 ml, you get a lot for the, you know, 80 ml, £22. But for me, I'm just kind of like disappointed. I just expected more. The explosion for me is just not there. I'm sorry, but it just isn't. But you do you. Your money, you spend it how you like. I don't think there's anything else, but if you have any questions, then please ask below. I'll try and answer them as much as I can. Other than that, people, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.